Gold Age Secrets, 10 Things Seniors Should Avoid for a Longer, Healthier, and More Active Life. Introduction. Welcome to Gold Age Secrets, the podcast dedicated to helping you live a healthier, happier, and more independent life after 60. I'm James, and today we're discussing something critical for your well-being. 10 things seniors should avoid for a longer, healthier, and more active life. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you noticed that some things that used to be easy now take more effort? Maybe you get tired more quickly, have more aches and pains, or feel like you just don't have the same energy you once did. Or maybe you're worried about losing your independence, needing help from others, or not being able to enjoy life the way you used to. If any of this sounds familiar, you are not alone. The truth is, many seniors unknowingly engage in habits that speed up aging, reduce mobility, and increase health risks. But here's the good news. You have more control over aging than you think. Most of the issues seniors face, low energy, weak muscles, forgetfulness, poor sleep, and declining health, can be improved or even prevented by avoiding certain habits and making better choices every day. So today, I'm going to walk you through 10 things you should avoid to stay healthy, independent, and strong well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. This is one of the most important episodes we've ever done, so stay with me until the end because these simple changes can make a huge difference in your life. And before we begin, if you find this podcast valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to Gold Age Secrets. Your support helps us continue bringing you practical, science-backed advice designed specifically for seniors in the U.S. Now, let's dive into the top 10 things seniors should avoid and how you can make small changes today to live your best years ahead. 1. Avoid skipping regular health checkups. The problem: many seniors only visit the doctor when they feel sick, but did you know that most serious health issues develop silently? Conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, osteoporosis, and even cancer can be present for years before symptoms appear. Let me share a story about my friend Robert. At 72, he felt perfectly fine. No pain, no obvious health issues. He almost canceled his annual checkup because he felt great. Thank goodness he didn't. His doctor found elevated PSA levels during routine blood work, which led to further testing that caught prostate cancer at stage 1. Because it was detected early, his treatment was minimally invasive, and 5 years later, he's cancer-free and enjoying life with his grandchildren. The fix: schedule a full checkup once a year, even if you feel fine. Get blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar tests regularly. See an eye doctor annually to catch vision problems early. Don't ignore dental checkups. Gum disease has been linked to heart disease. Ask about appropriate screenings for your age and gender. Mammograms, colonoscopies, bone density tests, and prostate exams can save lives. Keep a health journal to track any changes in your body between appointments. Consider bringing a family member to appointments to help remember the doctor's advice. Early detection not only saves lives, but also prevents small issues from becoming major problems that limit your independence. Remember, prevention is always easier than treatment. 2. Avoid a sedentary lifestyle. The problem: sitting for long periods can lead to weak muscles, stiff joints, poor circulation, and higher risks of heart disease and diabetes. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that a sedentary lifestyle has effects similar to smoking when it comes to reducing lifespan. Many of us develop habits of sitting for hours watching TV or using the computer. Over time, this inactivity leads to muscle loss, up to 3 to 5% per decade after age 30, accelerating after 65. This condition, called sarcopenia, is a major contributor to falls and loss of independence. The fix: walk at least 30 minutes a day, even if it's broken into 3 10-minute sessions. Try chair exercises or stretching if mobility is limited. Even seated movements improve circulation and muscle tone. Strengthen your legs with light resistance exercises to prevent falls. Simple exercises like standing up from a chair without using your hands 10 times in a row can make a tremendous difference. Stay active with gardening, dancing, swimming, or Tai Chi, which improves balance while being gentle on joints. Set a timer to stand up and move every hour if you enjoy reading or watching TV. Consider a fitness tracker to monitor your daily steps. Aim for at least 7,500 steps a day if possible. Join a senior fitness class for proper guidance and social motivation. One of our listeners, Martha, started with just 5 minutes of walking each day at age 68. Now, at 75, she walks 2 miles daily and has reversed her prediabetes diagnosis. She says she has more energy now than she did 10 years ago. Regular movement truly keeps you independent longer and adds life to your years. 3. Avoid eating too much processed food. The problem: fast food, frozen meals, and sugary snacks increase inflammation, spike blood sugar, and contribute to weight gain, joint pain, and cognitive decline. The preservatives, artificial colors, and high levels of sodium in processed foods have been linked to everything from high blood pressure to accelerated aging of your cells. A study from the National Institute on Aging found that seniors who ate the most ultra-processed foods had a 28% faster rate of cognitive decline compared to those who ate mostly whole foods. That means your diet directly affects how well your brain will function as you age. The fix? Choose fresh vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains whenever possible. Aim for a colorful plate. Different colored vegetables provide different nutrients your body needs. Drink water instead of soda or sugary drinks. Even diet sodas have been linked to increased stroke risk in seniors. Reduce salt intake to protect your heart. Use herbs, spices, and citrus for flavor instead. Cook simple meals at home instead of eating out frequently. You'll save money and control what goes into your food. Try the Mediterranean diet, which has been proven to reduce Alzheimer's risk by up to 53% in some studies. Allow yourself occasional treats. Deprivation often leads to binge eating. Prepare healthy snacks in advance so they're ready when hunger strikes. Tom, one of our listeners from Florida, shared that switching from his daily fast food lunch to homemade meals with lots of vegetables reduced his joint pain significantly within just 3 weeks. He no longer needs pain medication for his arthritis. Good nutrition truly keeps your brain sharp and your body strong. 4. Avoid dehydration. The problem: as we age, our sense of thirst decreases, meaning many seniors don't drink enough water. This leads to dizziness, confusion, constipation, and even kidney issues. Many medications commonly prescribed to seniors can worsen dehydration, including blood pressure medications and diuretics. Did you know that even mild dehydration, as little as 2% of your body weight, can impair cognitive function, causing brain fog and memory issues that might be mistaken for dementia? It can also increase fall risk due to lowered blood pressure and dizziness. The fix: drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. More if you're active or it's hot outside. Carry a refillable water bottle to remind yourself to sip throughout the day. Set a schedule. Drink a glass of water when you wake up, with each meal and between meals. Eat hydrating foods like cucumbers, oranges, watermelon, and celery. About 20% of our water intake comes from food. Limit caffeine and alcohol as they increase urination and dehydrate you. Check your urine color. It should be pale yellow, not dark amber. Add natural flavors to water if you don't enjoy plain water. Try lemon, berries, or cucumber slices. One of our listeners, Patricia, used to suffer from chronic headaches and fatigue. Her doctor suggested tracking her water intake, and she discovered she was drinking only 2 small glasses daily. After increasing to 8 glasses, her headaches disappeared, her energy improved, and she even noticed her skin looked better. Staying hydrated keeps your body and brain working properly and can resolve issues you might not even realize are related to dehydration. 5. Avoid social isolation. The problem: Loneliness has been linked to depression, memory decline, and even early death. Many seniors become less social after retirement or losing a spouse. According to research, social isolation increases mortality risk by a staggering 29%, comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The pandemic made this issue worse for many seniors, creating habits of staying home and avoiding social contact. Unfortunately, the less we socialize, the more our social skills decline, creating a negative cycle that can be hard to break. The fix: stay connected. Call friends and family often, or better yet, use video calls to see their faces. Join a local senior group, hobby club, or fitness class. Having scheduled activities creates structure and accountability. Consider a pet for companionship. Studies show pet owners have lower blood pressure and less depression. Volunteer in your community to stay active and engaged. Helping others provides purpose and meaning. Take a class to learn something new. Community colleges often offer senior discounts. Use technology to connect with like-minded people through online forums or groups. Create rituals with neighbors like a weekly coffee date or walking group. Reach out to someone you've lost touch with. Reconnecting with old friends can bring joy to both of you. Harold, a 79-year-old listener from Arizona, shared that after his wife passed, he barely left his house for months. His daughter convinced him to volunteer at a local elementary school reading program 1 day a week. Now, 3 years later, he volunteers 3 days a week, has made new friends, and says the children's energy has given him a new lease on life. Being social keeps your mind sharp and your heart happy. It's as important to your health as any medication. 6. Avoiding technology. The problem: many seniors feel intimidated by technology, but avoiding it limits your access to important services, entertainment, and connection. The digital divide can lead to missed opportunities for medical care, financial savings, and staying connected with family. The good news is that today's technology is becoming more user-friendly for seniors, with larger text options, voice commands, and simplified interfaces. You don't need to become a tech expert, just comfortable with the basics that can improve your quality of life. The fix: start small. Learn one device or application at a time. Ask a grandchild or younger relative to teach you. They'll usually be happy to help. Look for senior-focused tech classes at local libraries or senior centers. Learn to use a smartphone for messaging and video calls to see family members who live far away. Try online banking to manage finances securely without having to visit the bank in person. Use telehealth services to visit doctors from home, especially for routine follow-ups. Explore grocery delivery apps to get heavy items delivered when weather is bad. Consider medical alert devices that can call for help if you fall. Follow a few interesting YouTube channels about your hobbies or interests. Jean, a 75-year-old listener, was reluctant to use any technology beyond her basic flip phone. When her daughter moved across the country with her grandchildren, she finally agreed to try a tablet for video calls. Now she not only calls her family regularly, but also uses streaming services instead of cable, saving $70 a month, reads ebooks from the library, and even joined an online bridge club. Technology opened a new world for her without her ever leaving home. Technology can make life easier and more connected. Don't be afraid to try it. 7. Avoid falling for scams. The problem: seniors are often targeted by scammers through phone calls, fake emails, and online fraud. Americans over 60 lose nearly $3 billion annually to scams, according to the FBI. Scammers often target seniors because they may be more trusting, have significant savings, and might be less familiar with how modern scams operate. The emotional impact of being scammed can be devastating. Beyond the financial loss, many victims feel ashamed, which prevents them from reporting the crime or asking for help. The fix: never give out personal information over the phone unless you initiated the call. Remember that government agencies like the IRS or Social Security never call demanding immediate payment or personal information. Hang up on unknown callers asking for money, even if they claim to be relatives in trouble. Call the family member directly instead. Verify financial requests with family before sending money or making large purchases. Be suspicious of limited time offers that pressure you to act immediately. Check your financial statements regularly for unusual charges. Use strong passwords and consider a password manager to keep track of them. Install caller ID and learn how to block unwanted numbers. Report suspicious activity to local authorities and the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. William, one of our listeners from Texas, received a call claiming his grandson was in jail and needed bail money. The caller knew his grandson's name, which made it seem legitimate. Fortunately, William remembered our podcast episode on scams and called his daughter directly to check. His grandson was safely at school. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. A healthy skepticism is your best protection. 8. Avoid home safety hazards. The problem: falls are the leading cause of serious injuries in seniors, with 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falling each year. These falls can lead to broken hips, head injuries, and a permanent loss of independence. Many falls happen at home and could be prevented with simple modifications. The fear of falling can also lead to reduced activity, which ironically increases fall risk by weakening muscles further, creating a dangerous cycle. The fix: install grab bars in the bathroom near the toilet and in the shower. Use non-slip mats in the bathtub and shower. Ensure good lighting throughout your home, especially on staircases. Remove or secure loose rugs and carpets. Keep walkways clutter-free. No cords across pathways, books on floors, etc. Install handrails on both sides of staircases. Wear non-slip shoes indoors instead of slippers or socks. Arrange furniture to create clear pathways between rooms. Consider a medical alert device that can call for help if you do fall. Store frequently used items within easy reach to avoid climbing or bending. Add nightlights along the path from your bedroom to the bathroom. Dorothy, an 82-year-old listener, invested about $300 in home safety improvements after hearing our podcast. 6 months later, she believes these changes saved her from serious injury when she lost her balance in the bathroom but was able to catch herself on a grab bar. A safe home helps you stay independent longer and gives peace of mind to both you and your family. 9. Avoid ignoring future planning. The problem: many seniors delay making important decisions about long-term care, finances, and estate planning. This avoidance can lead to family conflicts, unnecessary taxes, and medical decisions being made without your input if an emergency occurs. Without proper planning, your lifetime of savings could be depleted by long-term care costs, or your assets might not go to the people or causes you care about. The fix: create a living will and advance health care directive so your wishes are known. Choose a power of attorney for both health care and finances, someone you trust to make decisions if you can't. Discuss long-term care options with family while you're healthy, not during a crisis. Review and update beneficiaries on insurance policies, retirement accounts, and other assets. Consider consulting an elder law attorney to protect your assets. Explore long-term care insurance options before health issues make you uninsurable. Document the location of important papers and passwords for family members. Make a list of your medications, doctors, and medical history to keep in your wallet. If you live alone, set up a check-in system with a friend or family member. Consider downsizing before it becomes necessary due to health issues. Richard, a listener from Michigan, shared that after putting off estate planning for years, he finally created the necessary documents after listening to our podcast. Just 3 months later, he had a stroke. Because his children knew his wishes and had legal authority to act, they were able to manage his bills and health care without court involvement, allowing them to focus on his recovery instead of paperwork. Planning ahead gives you control over your future and is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. 10. Avoid ignoring mental health. The problem: many seniors ignore stress, anxiety, and depression, considering them normal parts of aging. In reality, mental health issues are not a normal part of aging and can significantly impact your physical health and quality of life. Depression affects nearly 7 million American adults over 65, but only 10% receive treatment. Untreated mental health issues can worsen chronic pain, reduce immune function, and even accelerate cognitive decline. The fix: recognize that feeling consistently sad, anxious, or empty is not normal at any age. Try meditation, deep breathing, or gentle yoga to reduce stress. Challenge your brain with puzzles, reading, or learning something new. Establish a consistent sleep schedule to improve mood and cognitive function. Stay social and engaged with others. Isolation worsens depression. Find purpose through volunteering, mentoring, or creative hobbies. Consider therapy or counseling. Medicare now covers mental health services. Talk to your doctor about whether medication might help for persistent issues. Practice gratitude by noting 3 things you're thankful for each day. Limit news consumption if it increases your anxiety. Spend time in nature. Studies show it reduces stress hormones significantly. Nancy, a 70-year-old listener, shared that after her retirement, she fell into depression that she ignored for months. After starting counseling and joining a painting class, she not only overcame her depression but discovered a talent she never knew she had. She recently had her artwork displayed in a local gallery. A healthy mind is just as important as a healthy body, and it's never too late to improve either one. Final thoughts and call to action. If you've made it this far, congratulations! You're already taking the first step toward a longer, healthier life. Knowledge is power, but only when applied. I want to challenge you to choose just one of these 10 areas to focus on this week. Small, consistent changes lead to remarkable results over time. Whether it's scheduling that checkup you've been putting off, adding a 10-minute walk to your daily routine, or calling an old friend, start somewhere. Next week, add another small change. Remember, aging well isn't about turning back the clock. It's about making the most of every day ahead. You've gained wisdom through your experiences. Now use that wisdom to care for yourself as well as you've cared for others throughout your life. By avoiding these 10 mistakes, you can stay independent, feel stronger, and live your best life for years to come. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. If you found this podcast valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to Gold Age Secrets. Your support allows us to continue bringing you life-changing content specifically for seniors in the U.S. And I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, share which of these 10 areas you're going to work on first, or share a tip that has helped you stay healthy and active. Next week, we'll be discussing the top 7 foods that fight inflammation and improve joint pain naturally. So be sure to tune in. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay healthy, stay strong, and enjoy life to the fullest. This is James with Gold Age Secrets, dedicated to helping you make your golden years truly golden.